this just so that if anyone else can't hop on right now, we can just talk. So I think that's really common. Just know that. And the more comfortable that you get, the more that you just stop caring what people think, or stop putting people in a certain box, the easier it gets. And the more that you do it, the better it is. So the better you get at it. It's just like if I go out there and try to ride a bike once a week, right? You like my hair? You try to go out there and ride a bike once a week. Like maybe I suck at it, to be honest. Maybe I scrape my knee and I fall off and then I quit and I'm like, this sucks. But if I go out there and ride the bike every single day, the 10th, the 20th, the 30th time, it's like, oh, you get some confidence because you start to go 1 pedal, then 2 pedal. So really inviting to the coach opportunity is just about confidence. It's just really about building a little bit of confidence each time. And the one thing that I know I had to get over as a new coach was the box that I put people into. I'd say, oh, this person would never want to coach. Or this person would never want that discount. They just wouldn't want the discount because I barely got them to join me. How am I going to offer this discount? But then I realized that 9 out of 10 times when I offered them the discount, they would take it. And I let it did you see that the use at the end of every challenge pack script? Have you seen that, Bailey?
What?
Have you seen the use at the end of every challenge pack script that we talk about? Have you ever seen that? Okay, so you need to see that. So that's like the offering. I offer the discount coach opportunity. So I basically have a conversation with people. I make sure that, if they decide say, yes, I want to do this, then at that point I say, okay, there's 2 options. And I give them the 2 options to sign up, which is either as a discount coach or as just continue on as a challenger. But I explain the differences, and 9 out of 10 of them, say they want to be a discount coach. And that's just because they're saving $15 a month. And so the other thing I want you to think about too is that, and I've started noticing this, that I've gotten better at this, but this has taken time, and it's just something that you have to be intentional with, is that when you invite to the coach opportunity, you just need to make sure that that you understand that they have all these fears, and so it's just about you just being open. So you lead with your fear. You say something, you lead with their fear. So if they say well, I think it's too much. Well, talk to me about that. Why do you think it's too much? You know what I mean? I literally say that. Or I'll say let's break it down. Here's what something costs, and let's break it down. Do you know what I mean? Or well, I don't know if I'm a coach material. Well, what does that mean? What does a coach material mean to you? Do you know what I mean? So I really literally ask more questions. I break it down to people. And I think that that's important to understand. And there was another point, and now I forgot. It slid off the top of my head. But I hope that makes sense, because once I stopped making decisions for people, and I stopped putting them into a box, and I stopped being afraid of asking questions, because I'm the kind of personality that's very emotional. So I get well, why wouldn't they want to join me? That's stupid. I don't understand. But it's not about me. It's about other people, right? And so the more questions I asked, the more I started being successful with my challenge groups and my challengers, because I was asking more questions. And in that process, here's what I remembered. In that process, we had a conversation, and I said to them, I can help you be successful, and I can give you a great foundation for success in the 30 days. But this is not a 30-day fix. If you have 50 pounds to lose or 30 pounds to lose or whatever it is, and you're just not a happy person, I can help you go from A to M, but I can't help you go from A to Z in 1 month. So are you committed to working with me for 3 to 6 months? And if you're committed, I can help you get there. And then that way that helps them stay on Shakeology. It helps them understand that drinking Shakeology for 30 days, because these people have unrealistic expectations, you guys. They think that they're going to drink Shakeology and they're going to feel the most amazing ever, and everything's going to be cured, and they're perfect in 30 days. They can make a lot of change, and we can help them a lot. And we can make a lot of progress, but it's very important to ask them, why are you interested in this group? Is it a quick fix? Honestly, is it something that you just want to lose weight? What's going to make you the happiest in the 30 days? And I find that the deeper I go in with people, the deeper I talk to people, the more I'm committed to the relationship and the conversation. They realize that it's not just a month thing. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of times you'll get the question, well, what do I have to pay the second month? Like, what do I have? What charges me? What are you going to charge me the second, third month? Does it cost to work with you? Like, it's like, okay, back up. Let's talk about you. And then I'll talk about the commitment here. I'm asking for a 30-day commitment, and I can give you a great foundation for success. But if you want to have real results, you have to have a lifestyle change. And that takes more than just 30 days. And so then I talk to them about the benefits of Shakeology. I talk to them and say, do you have any questions about Shakeology? In fact, I encourage you to go search for Shakeology and learn about it and ask questions about it, because in the end, it's only doing you an injustice if you don't talk about it. Does that make sense? And these are the things that I was scared about. I just started talking about like long term, and I've had a lot more people stay on Shakeology because they understand the benefits of it. Does that make sense? The average customer gets off Shakeology in 3 months. That's not a good retention, you know? And it's not that, you know, I think it's a combination of, it is expensive for some people, but it's expensive because they don't understand the value, right? They think they can go to Costco and get a protein shake, right? So it's our job in the challenge groups to talk about Shakeology, to share it, to make them understand that, you know, this is more than just a protein shake, you know? And then it's really important also to just ask a lot of questions to understand where their mindset is, because like I just had a girl order, and she was just like, you know, when I asked her, do you want to go this route or this route? She's like, of course I want to be a discount coach. This is not a quick fix for me. I want to change, and I'm in it for 6 months. Those are the kind of people that you really want to work with more. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And those are the kind of people that typically make good coaches in the future, because they understand it. Because I had a conversation with her that it's not going to be a quick fix. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay, so where else does that help, Bailey? Does that help with just putting yourself out there? Just like one of the best national wake-up calls, if you go to I'm not kidding you, there is a podcast, and you got to scroll all the way to like the beginning. It's Tommy Migrant's podcast. Let me see if I can find it. He talks about leading with your fear. It is one of the best podcasts I have ever listened to. It's the National Wake Up Call podcast. He just talks about, like, he makes total sense. He's like, you know what? I used to be scared to be like, when I was a coach of a month, you don't know everything. So then it's like, how can you tell people that you're going to be successful if you don't know everything? Tommy Migrant is his name. Migrant. I'll type it on here. Hold on. Tommy Migrant. He's a really popular coach, meaning for people that have been around as long as me. He's very intentional, very enthusiastic. He used to be a football coach. He's like a motivational speaker. It takes a lot of, you got to scroll, click on feed, and then just scroll all the way to, they literally have, I don't know if you know this, but they literally have podcasts from 2012 on here. Did you guys know that, on the National Wake Up Call podcast? So if you're struggling with inviting, so like, for example, on July 16th, 2012, there was 6 effective ways to invite, Bailey. So that would be something good to listen to if you're struggling with that. Does that make sense? But let me see, like, if I can type, I don't know if his name is, why they're not coming up with their names. Let me see. I will try to find it.
Good morning, coaches.
Oh, it's playing now.
To the National Coach Call.
Oops. But it's Tommy Migrants. You guys are all frozen, so I don't know what's going on, and my internet's unstable, of course, but hopefully you can hear me talk. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Candace. You said it right. Migrant. Okay. Okay, so let's unmute ourselves, because there's not many people on here. So if you want to talk, please talk. I want to make sure that if you're loud, mute yourself. Otherwise, let's talk. Any other questions, you guys? How is everyone else doing? Anyone? Don't all talk at once, because your little brains are thinking up here, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's putting me on the spot. I sure am. What's going on? How are you guys doing? Where are you guys struggling with? What do you find's working? What do you want to talk about? Any questions?
I don't really have any questions. I'm just, the trainings, it sounds to be exciting. I'm a little concerned that my peeps wanted in, and I don't think they're at Success Club 3. So I'm just kind of like hoping that I'm assuming it's going to be stuff that,
we had to
share stuff, or
say that again.
Are we allowed to share stuff that we get from there? Because
Yeah.
I'm actually really
I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's fine if you share the videos and stuff. The problem is they're probably going to be organically posted to the group.
Right.
So they might not have a YouTube link to them. I'm going to put mine on YouTube, and my week is volume. So, or my video is all about volume. And I'm going to give like 10 different ways to increase your volume. So I definitely share that with your team. I think that's what a lot of people want to learn about anyhow. I think a lot of people might, I mean, it just depends on if it's on YouTube or if it's organically posted. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to find this. So how's everyone doing this month? How are you feeling? Do you feel like okay, we all know that we have an awesome calendar now. So you all know that you should be starting to think about like next week. So it's the 12th, it's the leadership ladder training begins. But next week, it's the third Monday. So that's like our open house starts on Monday, which I haven't done a great time advertising, but we need to start talking about that, you guys, like big time, start talking about that. So I'm going to run an ad on my like page. And I hired
Is that for like everybody to invite people to?
Say again?
Is that for everybody to invite?
Yeah.
Potential.
It's a place where, if you've never been part of it, it's just like a 5-day open house. So it's like they learn everything and anything about coaching in 5 days in a private group. They can ask questions. I post a video each day. So your goal as a new coach or any type of coach should be between 5 and 10 people in there every single month. Like at the minimum, if you want to grow, 20 people. I mean, really not everyone's going to say yes, right? So
And that's
that is the Monday. It's the 15th. So we will literally start adding people on Valentine's Day. That's kind of not the greatest day, but whatever. But you'll see, I'll start posting about it. I'm going to run an ad this weekend. And that's the next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is I have done a paid training for my like page, and I'm learning a lot about dark ads and ads. And so I'm going to make sure I do some videos to help you guys understand what I've learned. I'm not an expert by any means, but I am getting better quality likes and better engagement and kind of putting myself out there in different ways. And I'm using dark ads to kind of move my business forward. And I haven't seen a ton of return on my money, but I've seen a return in engagement, which I think is going to return increased relationships. Okay. So this week, also next week, at the end of the week on Friday, we have a leadership call at 12 Pacific Standard Time. So if you can hit that call, get on that call. At this point, I think a leadership call is someone that has at least 2 builders and wants to grow the business. Like, that's what I think. Candace, are you raising your hand? Okay, just making sure. Okay. And then just so that you know, everyone should, like on the 23rd of this month, I'm doing a live What is Coaching webinar, which it's going to be on Zoom. You're going to show my face. I'm going to show my face. Taryn Perry is hosting it with me. I'm in my upline, in our upline. She's like 3 layers above me. I don't even know how you want to say that, but 3 coaches above me. And we're going to host that together. It's going to be no more than 30 minutes. There's going to be some slides, and it will do, there's something to say about putting your face. Like when people hear your voice and your passion, it's a lot different than doing it in a Facebook group. Although Facebook groups are great and they like to listen to videos, everything's going to be answered in 30 minutes or less. Do you know what I mean? So any people that you haven't asked to be into the open house, then there's another opportunity for the live What is Coaching opportunity. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk to you about, and then I want to make sure that you guys get your questions answered, and this will be really short and sweet, is that I think it's really important to understand like the value of organizing your month. So like when I say that this is a calendar, that's like a team calendar, but you should also have your own calendar. And it took me 4 years to do this, which is like just pathetic. Like I don't understand why, but whatever. And you should really like have your own stuff on your own calendar so that you know what you're doing in your business and working. But the one thing that I think is major valuable, and I'm just going to share this with you if I can. Let me see if I can get on. Can you guys see my screen? Tell me yes. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can get just an example. My friend shared it with me so I could share with you guys. Her name's Shelly. If my internet works. Can you guys see this conversation? Can you see it? Anyone can? Where's my scroller? Why can I scroll up? Where is it at? Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. Why is it not allowing me to scroll up? What is wrong with this?
I have to go to the right side of the actual conversation.
Yeah, I am, but it's not there. There's no button. There's like no arrow. Okay, let me try this another way. I'm gonna stop the share. You guys give me like 1 second. I'm just gonna download it and then we can click on it. How about that?
Yep.
So that way I can share my download. Just hold on 1 second. Now, see, now it's here. It wasn't there. That's weird. Okay, so I'm gonna download this. Okay, I downloaded it. Now I'm gonna share. Let me just see if it actually just works now that I share. I'm talking out loud. Sorry, guys. I talk to myself like every second of the day. Hope you don't mind. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see like me going to get my downloads? Is that right? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see Zoom.
It doesn't. You can't see anything else? Can you see me going to get my downloads?
No, I can see all your tabs across the top. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can you see that? Can you see that calendar?
Yeah.
You can.
Yes.
Okay. So I know you can't see it like per se, if you can like, I can't zoom in anymore, but here's a valuable way to start organizing your time, your months. Like this should be like non-negotiable for you. I'm going to read them to you. Let me pop it up here because my screen's even hard to read too. Let me see here real quick. Give me a second. Oops, wrong person. And then I'll let you guys go. Okay. So she just like takes a calendar and she just says, okay, like, I don't even know, like, why is this, it's kind of not clear. But so like on day number 1, it says like invite to paid challenge group. So like on the first, and in the blue, so like on the second, her free group ends. So this is just like organizing her personal business. Does that make sense? You need to have a calendar for your personal business. I focus on the team, and because I have a bigger team, we have a bigger team, but you need to focus on when are you going to invite to your challenge groups? When are they starting? When are your free groups? When are you going to start inviting to the sneak peeks? When are you going to start understanding what's going on? So that's like the main thing is, and it seems like at first like, oh my goodness, but if you do it the same thing each month, you're going to be so much more organized. Okay. So she does invite to paid challenge group from the 1st through the 5th. Then on the 6th, it says invite to and create the paid challenge group. So this is the challenge group. People are buying challenge packs. Okay, and then on the 7th, she invites for a full 7 days. And that's through conversations. That's inviting, she said, between 10 and 20 people each day. So she's doing a full 7 days, okay? Then the paid challenge group begins on the 8th, all right? And then she starts immediately on the 9th inviting to the sneak peek. So then from the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, she is inviting to the sneak peek. Then the sneak peek, I don't know if her group starts on the 18th or if she does like another call, but she says the same thing like us. We start a sneak peek on the 3rd Monday of every month. So like the 2nd Monday of every month, you should be inviting for a full week. Does that make sense? I'm just giving you an idea. And then on the 21st and the 22nd and the whatever, all the way through the 28th, she's inviting to her free group. Now, this does not mean that you need to do it this way. I'm just saying you need to look at our calendar and see what works for you. And she does the same thing every single month so that she knows exactly from the first Monday through the first 7 days, she's inviting to the challenge group. From the next 7 days, she's inviting to the sneak peek. For the next 7 days, she's inviting to her free group. This wouldn't necessarily work for me because I do a free group the first week of each month, but it would be interesting to see if a free group at the end of the month mattered. Anyhow, do you get my point? So then on the 29th, it says that her free group starts. So her free group starts the end of each month. And then it says like the following month, so on the 1st, March 1st, invite to paid group begins again. So it's the same exact pattern every single time. And if you look at, if you're an organized person or if you want to be a bit, okay, here's the difference. I shouldn't have said that, but here's the difference. If you want to be a successful business owner, you will become more organized. But do not think that just because you're organized, everything's going to fall into your lap. You have to do the work. So I will tell you right now that I have had to change a lot of things because I'm not naturally an organized person. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants. My team has put up with me for many years, just, oh, go do this. And that's fine because I'm passionate about certain things, but the team needs structure. You need structure in your business. You need to know exactly when you're inviting. And then on the flip end, a lot of the follow-ups, like it's not like after the 7th, you're going to stop inviting completely to challenge groups, but this just gives an idea of what your focus should be on. Does that make sense? So that if you're focusing on offering a free group each month, you're building relationships. I'm going to tell you right now, my free booty group, I have 35 people in that group, brand new relationships. Like probably 7 of you are coaches, but 28 of you are from my like page. Brand new relationships, already messaging me, already saying they're so excited about the group. Now, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to work freaking really hard to build relationships with these people, help these people, provide valuable content. I'm going to be posting about Shakeology. I'm not going to say, here's my link, come join me. But at the end of the 30 to 21 days, they're going to be like, I want to work with this girl. Like I'm going to be checking in with her. I'm going to give them, so what I do for a free group, I give them everything I've got, 100% one time with them. Does that make sense? So that they know what it's like to work with me. Your free group should be bomb.com. You should be the one that's posting the most. You should be committed. You should be checking in with them. And then it's okay to make rules. Like if you don't post and you know, if you're not posting, or for my particular thing, they have to send me a before picture of their booty. Is that scary? Yes. But they are doing it. I'm shocked that they're sending me pictures of their booties. But I want to be able to give them a picture of a before and after picture when they're committed. Does that make sense? And I wanted to say, okay, so if you don't have your booty picture in by tonight at 9, I'm kicking you out of the group. And I'm going to post a circuit right off after I get off the phone right now or off the Zoom call. And then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't miss out on this because my circuits are funny. I'm a funny person. Okay? I offer value. All right. I'm not perfect. My videos are ridiculous. Bailey, my video, you're going to be in there. My video is insane today. It's ridiculous. I'm like, my daughter comes up and slapping my booty. It's hilarious. But the thing is that it's real. And so this is just me. This is how I run my groups. Whether you're in a clean eating group, and I kept thinking, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something unique. And I just thought, oh, well, this will help me too, because I have 21 days to my photo shoot. So I will work hard. That's going to help me and it's going to help them. So we're kind of giving and taking in our relationship, right? Am I going to worry about the people that aren't posting? No. I mean, if they send me their booty shot and then they're not posting, I might message them and say, hey girl, I noticed you haven't been commenting. Just want to see how you're doing. If you don't comment by on Friday, I'm going to kick you out of the group. I don't know. We'll see. But whatever that is the ones that are going to comment are probably going to be the ones that I work with more heavily, spend my energy with, right? Get on my bus or get off the bus, right? And so it's just a way to build relationships. Am I thinking that every one of these people are going to be challengers? No. But would it be nice? Yeah. And it might be in the future. It might be 6 months from now, but at least I'm building relationships. And the difference is I have not friended these people yet. So a lot of these people are coming from my like page. We're not friends. They asked to get in my invite. They sent me their messages by telling me they did so I can check my other messages. And then when I start establishing a relationship with them in a couple days, I will friend them, and most of them will accept, right? Because they think, oh, she's not trying to sell me anything. Do you know what I mean? Which is the truth. Okay, so does that make sense let me end up in this. Does that make sense about kind of setting up your month? So if you have not been doing that, you're missing the boat. And I just was really chaotic this month. It's like the 12th and I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I not feeling like I'm connecting with, and I'm like, I didn't make my calendar this month. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So the first thing I'm going to do tonight is to make sure I can plan out, and it's never too late. It's the 12th. Did I miss some stuff? Probably, but it's okay. I'm just going to plan the rest of the month out for myself. Okay. And the other thing that I've been doing that's really been helpful, and then I don't want these meetings to go longer than 30 minutes, just so that we all respect our time, is that I don't know about you, but some days I'm really inspired, and other days I'm like, woe is me. Like, what is wrong? No one wants to see my stupid flex post again. Like, what the hell am I supposed to post about? So this is what I cured that problem. Let me show you. Ow! I just almost tripped. I created this. You should do this weekend, okay? It's ideas. So I allow myself to be inspired for 20 minutes. I go on Facebook. I follow certain people, okay? Remember, I've talked to you about this many times. There's a difference between being inspiring and comparing. We're not comparing. We're in the mode of getting ideas, okay? And so then I said, I created 3 categories. I started thinking about Beachbody, what it's done for me. So what it's done for myself, different ideas about posting about myself, what it's done for me as a community, like for a team, and then what it's done for me, like, I guess community as like friendships and people, and then what it's done for me and my, like as a business owner. So now I have ideas when I post. So now I don't have any, if I'm like going, what do I post about? It's like, oh, I'll take this out. And I'll go, okay, I haven't posted about. So for example, some of my things on my self posts, like some quotes that I liked, that I saw. Push yourself and surprise yourself. The body follows where the mind goes. Then and now posts. Give yourself 5 minutes a day to reflect. What we do, what we want to do versus what we should do are very different. These are just topics. So I look at people's ideas. So I'm not like verbatim copying them, but I like the topic and then I put it down. So when when I'm uninspired, I can suddenly become inspired. Okay. And then I go like true happiness, my time. And then the one thing I've really been focusing on are business, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a strong business poster. And it's a fault. It's not because, well, a lot of it was because I was scared to talk about it. I didn't want to come across a certain way. And so I'm trying to teach you guys to be a little more open about that. And I never have ever led with a business. And it like suddenly clicked, like literally less than a month ago. Like, why the hell not? Am I not leading with the business? I stay at home all day. I'm with my kids. I make over 6 figures. The team, we have very successful people on this team. Like, we are moms, we're hot messes, yet we own our own businesses. Okay, maybe you're not a hot mess, Candace, but you know, I am. And then I was like, why am I not talking about this? Like, Doug Moss called me. He's like, do you realize, I think I told you this, he's like, do you realize you quadrupled your income in 1 year? Why are you not posting about that? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, and it just like blew my mind all of a sudden. And I started going to the people that I respect to talk about the business, the Stephanie Davies of the world, the Morgan, you know, I follow a girl named Morgan. I don't know her last name. I should know her last name. Jamie Shepard does a really good job talking about certain people that talk really about the business. And I started writing ideas. So like, that would relate to the business, that would be indirect posts that I could create and talk about. So if you haven't noticed, you should, that I'm starting to talk about the business way more, indirectly and directly. And if you haven't noticed that, start noticing, because you'll notice that at least once a day I talk about the business, and it may not be a advertising post for joining me, but I talk about it. So like, filmed a video for challengers, 3 calls with awesome women today. Do you ever feel like fist pumping during the day because you love your job? Work hard, play hard, conference calls, doing calls like this with you guys when my daughter's napping. I feel like I'm helping you guys. Like, this is exciting to me. You know what I mean? Boss said I could take the day off, combos with coaches, opportunity alerts. You are a product of the people you spend your most time with, and look who I get to spend my most time with. Grateful for this opportunity. I feel like I'm working towards my vision. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, these are all different ideas, okay? So you should have something like this, okay? And then the very last thing I want to say is I did my most vulnerable post I've done in a long time, and it has over like 5,000 views on Facebook, because I cried on Facebook about being a mom. It had nothing to do with Beachbody. You do not know how many messages I got. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to piggyback off that post and share something else that happened. Is this morning, so I'm on this high because I'm like, oh my God, I posted this, and like, I can't believe the amount of support that I'm getting. And this is crazy. The high, this morning I checked my post because I had a notification, and some guy called my daughter a pussy. He said that I was a fucking, like, went off, like, just crazy, went off. Said that this is what's the problem in the world, that, you know, I'm creating pussies for kids, and that, he just went off, like, so went off. Literally for like a minute, I was like, oh my, like, heart starts pounding. I start like going like, and he did say that the problem in the world is that I'm creating ungrateful kids, and that who the fuck cares if she, you know, doesn't get her jacket, like, that's so spoiled. Like, he just went freaking off. But what I realized, so like I freaked out, and then I was like, it let me like crash my high from like helping people to like, I cannot believe this prick. Like, I was pissed. I gave so much energy to him. But because of Beachbody, because of my personal development, it took me 1 minute to go, hell no, I'm not giving my time to him. I need to give my time to the 50 other people that were super supportive of me. And I am a very emotional person, and I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I let people affect me every single day. Like if Christine would say to me, Kiana, you're a motherfucker, you know, like I'd be like, like it would really bother me. Like there's some people that I wouldn't bother, but I'm going to be honest with you, it bothers me. So I have to work on that. But this particular time, like I was so proud of myself this morning, because instead of letting one person take away all the energy from all the good things, I am now able to be like, oh, that's just a stupid person's opinion, blocked. Like I just blocked him. And I was like, who is this guy to ruin my day? Do you know what I mean? And that took a really long time to get to that point. But in a bigger perspective, I'm going to make a follow video about talking about like how my perspective has changed. And we don't need to allow one person. How many of us have awesome things going on in our life, and then one person we let just ruin our day? Like that is something that we need to all work on and realize that we do not, we own the power when we give it to them. Like you're either giving them the power or you're keeping it yourself. So you either create the energy or you don't. Anyhow, that was just one thing that I was really proud of myself, and that would never have happened 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I probably would have still been crying and very upset because one person from Idaho, I don't know where he lives, but Idaho just seems like a place where he'd be from. It's so bad. Stereotype. I let him get in my way. Do you know what I mean? And so it's so cool to be able to be like, so like just in a place where I really don't care. Like like my personality is to care about everyone and to wear every emotion on my sleeve, and like it gets draining sometimes. And so it was really awesome to be like, deleted, blocked, son of a bitch, goodbye. And I was like, boom, moving on. And then I was like, I am just excited, and I have this community and tribe of people that are very supportive of me. Do you know what I mean? I guarantee if I would have left it up, people would have started yelling at him because of what he said to me. It was very, like, he was like, motherfuckers, like, yeah. And I almost responded to him, but I was like, no, he doesn't deserve my time. So I just deleted him. I banned him. I banned him from my page. Anyhow, so because of Beachbody, like that's going to be my biz post today. So it's an emotional post. It's talking about like my feelings, but do you understand what I mean? Like, I feel like we are missing the boat if we're not talking about situations like that. Like, it's not just about making money, business, challenge groups. It's so much more of the type of person that you can be. And this journey is so on the inside as much as it is on the outside, right? I think we need to understand that. Okay, any questions, you guys? Thanks for listening to me. I didn't mean to talk like the whole entire time. Any questions before I leave?
Can you send me a picture of that calendar?
Oh yeah,
like,
sure.
Like a messenger or something?
I thought you were going to say, can you send me a picture of what that guy said to you? I'm like,
no.
Yeah, sure.
No. I just want to I really like the idea of the free group being the third week, because when you look at her calendar and you think of how she's forming those free groups, and then
they're going to move it to yeah, I thought about that too.
And then she's inviting to her challenge group, probably from all the people that did her free group.
And I will tell you, she makes Success Club 10 every month. Yeah, that's true.
And us way up here in the frigid north, it takes so long for things to ship that if we invited Rachel the 7th, we can't start for another week and a half because they wouldn't have their stuff yet, but we can make it. But I like the way that's laid out.
Christine, I just want to tell you that Bailey, my new coach, she's on the left. Can you see her? She's from Canada. Yeah. She's from Canada.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, where are you from, Bailey?
I'm from Toronto.
Oh, Sarah and Roxanne are on here too. We're Canadians. They're on my team. We won't hold it against you. We're all from Nova Scotia, but it's okay if you're from Toronto.
Okay, you guys, do you have any other questions while you have me on? And I just was telling Bailey from the very beginning that, like, I'm just going to do these random times during the week. If you can hop on, you can hop on. If not, they're really tidbits of information, just things that are working for me. I didn't have one thing planned. That's why it's so random. But I like open things. So come to the group with questions and answers, anything that's working. Come to the group being ready to be inspired. I'm so far from perfect. You guys, I have like Success Club 6, which is great, and Bailey, that's like what you have, which is awesome. This is my perfect example of, I've been in the business for 4 years. I'm a 7-star coach and I have 6 points. You would think I might have 40, but that's not how life works, right? Like, it's just, I'm not a super strong recruiter, but I'm going to get better. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get better at it. And I'm going to stop saying to myself that I'm not a strong recruiter. right? I'm going to start being a good recruiter. And I don't want to say that in an ungrateful way, because I do sign coaches each month, which is, I'm blessed. But I would like to sign, my goals are to get strong, start working with stronger business builders. And I will, okay, promise you, and they'll let you go. Last thing, very last thing. There are some amazing things happening that I'm going to surprise this team with that you are going to be blown away. Like things that the entire downline will benefit from. And that's all I'm going to say. Okay. Love you guys. You guys are doing great. Lisa, hi for like the 30 seconds that you hopped on. I appreciate that. Candace's nose is showing me. Okay. That's so funny. It's her daughter. Okay. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll go ahead and post the recording in the group. If you think a coach can benefit from this, please tag them. And you guys have an awesome day. Okay. Awesome weekend. Go out there and invite with confidence. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks, Kiana.
Thanks, Kiana.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.